I forgot to turn off the mute.
Oh, okay.
So all of that was for nothing.
Oh, so all the things we were just talking about were for
Every
nothing.
single bit was for
All right,
nothing.
turn it on now.
Production.
Is it on now?
It's on now.
We're not telling you again.
No. Chicken's doing really well.
You'll just have to
She's
actually
almost
listen.
healed. Well, there's
No,
nothing.
that's not
There was
even,
nothing
That's not
recorded.
even recorded.
This was just a conversation.
No, you just have to listen to injury time because there was jokes in there about injury time already.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there wasn't.
Yeah, there was. Wasn't there?
No,
Oh. You hadn't started the stream yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
we're okay.
All right.
They can hear us now, though. No, see this little thing here. If I click, and then if I unclick it, then they can hear me. And so when we're between shows, click it so they're not hearing studio conversations.
We can make this very simple. Everybody that is currently watching, the two people I do work with here, I do not appreciate what I do for them at all, not one bit. They're both spoiled fucking princesses.
Are the chickens?
No, both of you.
Oh, I'm not a spoiled. I am a spoiled princess.
I'm not. When does the spoiling start? Fuck you, bro.
No.
I bring me own drinks. to come up with me own jokes. What are you on about? Go fuck yourself.
Mean to me. I can't see. There it is. Constantly just rude to me.
Now you know how I feel with my daughter.
Unappreciative. Well, I mean,
Only child.
Apparently, we
only
just work
child
together
syndrome.
based on what
Reared
you
its
said.
ugly
No,
head
don't.
again.
Nice to know our relationship is so important to you, you fucking cunt bag.
talk about what we're working on here, by the way, you fucker. And look, Graham, you're the one who chose to reproduce. Didn't mean they had to like you when they came out.
It kind of does. I pay her the whole way.
I
Yeah,
think
they
that's-
still don't have
I
to
think
fucking
that's
care.
Supposed to.
What?
I think they are supposed to like you, Sam.
Yeah.
I mean,
Most of them
you
do.
create
So,
them,
that's 75% hit rate.
keep them alive.
One could give a fuck.
So technically, Graham, 4 stars.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, dumbasses, y'all ready to do a show?
Really 3.7 stars. It'd be about 75% roughly.
I was letting Carla give you a star.
Oh. Fair dues. Count all the women in my house, yeah.
Oh, shit.
All right, we doing this or what? Mm-hmm. I should probably check the score before we start.
How about you tell me when you're ready?
All right, 2 seconds. Ooh, I like you.
Ridiculous.
Who was it? Fucker. Didn't need him. All right, gone.
This is Whiskey Dix, and you're
This is
listening to the
Rustin.
DU football.
I had forgot.
Fucked it all up.
I restarted the board. Stop recording.
Everybody just started pushing
God
buttons.
damn it. Well, because I had to restart the board, I didn't check that I restarted the board.
It was
Fuck.
all of the wrong
God
things.
damn it.
I love it.
All right. You're no longer the joke now. I made it on me. You should thank me for taking the heat off of
Here
you.
we go.
Hi, this is Russ Benson. I am a Liverpool supporter, and you're listening to Drunkard United Football Show. You all need Jesus.
Yeah, clearly, because Jesus only gave you 3 minutes of stoppage time and hands out yellow cards for somebody taking a kick too quickly. So, yeah. Jesus must be a red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It usually is. What was the meme that was shared? It was 3 minutes when Liverpool are winning until Liverpool score when they're not.
Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston. Sam Houston? Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Grammy. Sam Graham. Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to the DU Football Show, a completely biased recap of the English Premier League as told by 2 common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, He's just an employee. My co-host, Mr. Samuel Graham. How you doing over there, bud?
I'm doing very well, thank you. And I have seen that stand-up. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
The assistant manager, actually, is what he says, I think.
I got you.
My
Very
wife is the manager.
good. Yes. And, of course, on the ones and twos, we got producer Mel over there. How you doing, producer Mel?
I'm getting shit in the chats. Charbelli, GFC. This show has been pro-methanol.
Yeah. Well, and then, of course, you're all Italiano over there sipping your spritz, so the world is a better place, right?
I'm living my White Lotus life.
Half down, by the way. She can't drink it that fast.
No, I'm like, let's fuck it. Done.
As
She muted the wrong person.
As she went to mute us. We're recording at the TU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your podcast. And, of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there is many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, tell the good people how they can get in touch.
Absolutely. It's at DU Football Show on all the social medias and dufootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email. Search DU Football Show wherever you get your podcast, and make sure you visit the DU Drip Shack to deck yourself out in all the latest fashions.
I love it. Of course, check on Instagram if you'd like to message us there. I've been checking that regularly now, so
Good.
talk to people there.
I have not.
Blue Sky as well, and of course on TikTok. Sorry, I didn't get in a halftime check-in on Saturday. I ended up going to the Brew Hive for the Derby, then was running errands while watching Goal Zone, and then got home and the dog needed to be walked, and it was a weird day of never really kind of doing nothing at halftime, where I could have just been like whip up the phone and do a halftime check-in. So sorry, my apologies. I normally am very good about that. So I bear the responsibility for that one.
Okay. When I don't do something, I get yelled at and text about it.
Yeah.
I just trust you to do your job, that's all. And you didn't. So maybe I'll start checking in and making sure you're keeping up.
No, you won't. You won't even sound check this fucking show.
No.
Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and both have a deep, passionate love for all things distilled spirit. So as the red-blooded Americans we are, we vow to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. Mr. Graham, what are we enjoying today?
So we are enjoying something that came recommended to me by both Justin from All of You, as we've talked about many times before, All of You Liquors in Ellicott City, as well as one of my supplier reps, Thaddeus, who both have had this brand, the supplier rep for the Hogsworth we had last week. Anyway, Penelope, which we've had the whiskey on the show before,
yes, we have.
Straight whiskey on the show before, they came out with a pre-made cocktail at 76 proof, 38% by volume, so a legit cocktail.
Yeah.
We've got their Black Walnut Old Fashioned. And that is a straight bourbon, straight rye, walnut bitters, and vanilla demerara.
Yep.
Ready to pour.
Demerara is a darker brown sugar, more like, say, think sugar in the raw is the best way to kind of describe it.
Okay.
And
It's delicious. I think it's excellent. I would kind of prefer this, I think, either in the summer because it's a touch sweet, or go the other way,
and dessert.
around a campfire or dessert. Because you do get a lot of that whiskey flavor. I mean, you do get the sweetness from the
absolutely.
bourbon. You do get a little spiciness from the rye, although the black walnut bitters does cut that down a little bit. But being such a high proof for a pre-made cocktail, I think it's delicious.
Yeah.
I think they did an excellent job with it.
Yeah. I've also seen it done well.
This is one that I think we could polish a bottle off in, I don't know, 45 minutes.
Oh God, yeah, easily. The other way you could do it too is instead of using vermouth, use like a Nocino, like a black walnut liqueur, and use that as well. to go
Rather
along
than
with the
bitters, you mean?
Well, you can use the bitters too, but a Manhattan typically has a little vermouth in it.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
what?
It's an old fashioned.
Okay, I'm
and
sorry.
you said vermouth.
Yeah. That's because here's where, forgive me, when you said the black walnut, I started thinking of a black Manhattan, right?
Yes.
Which is with the Amaro, the Nocino Amaro, instead of using Avermuth. So that's where I made the mistake. So my apologies.
So it's an old fashioned made with black walnut bitters. This
Okay,
says.
got it.
That's all.
Got it.
Just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Perfectly fine. Very, very good. I really do like it. How much is Run on the Shelf?
It's fucking cost me $25.
Oh, that ain't bad at all.
Nope. And
Yeah.
that was full retail. $25. It didn't cost me that.
Right.
It's a store that gives me cost.
Right. But
$25 was the retail price.
that's very good.
It's fucking
Very,
awesome.
Very good.
It's for $25, I'd buy this regularly.
That's 2 weeks in a row with a couple of really good
Couple of winners.
value, like kind of value brand too.
But
you know?
I would keep this on the bar just for like coming home from work and I don't feel like making shit.
Yeah.
At being 38%, 76 proof, this is perfect.
Excellent.
There's a lot of these things come at, at fucking 20% or 35%, or 35 proof, or, you know what I mean? And it's like, fuck it, why am I even wasting the calories? This actually has some oomph behind it.
Yeah, it's real honest to God proof. Like decent enough proof.
It's delicious.
All right,
I
love
think
it.
it did a great job.
Excellent. What else do we always need to do, Mr.
Always
Green?
remember to drink responsibly.
All right, let's have a good show, kids.
Good show.
Good. We start with the Manchester clubs. One was very opportunistic, while the other played an uncharacteristic match. Manchester United 2, Chelsea 1, Manchester City 1, Arsenal 1. So they're all lined up, ready to rock and roll. 5 minutes in, red card. Chelsea are down to 10 men.
Yeah. I know it's a little early to get into this, but you ever been with a girl that squirts and you didn't know she squirted and you panic? Mm-hmm. That's what Robert Sanchez did. I don't think he's ever played in that much wet.
Yeah, no.
Pretty much. That was like a slip and slide.
It was.
Except for his challenge was 4 feet off the ground.
I mean,
Which was strange.
It's dead to rights, Red. Like it's not even.
Oh,
up for
absolutely. Not even a
debate.
question.
Yeah.
Look at the best thing was they showed the replay of what happened. And then they showed the camera from between the dugouts and Maresca just standing there in the pouring down rain. Mm-hmm. And you can see the blurred in the background
Right.
of the incident, kind of tiny because it's far away.
Yeah, of course.
And then you just see Maresca throw his hands up and turn around like this. And just rain just beating off his face. And it's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely brilliant.
So
I loved everything about it.
So Sanchez makes a mess of everything, and then obviously we'll get to the goals and all that. But then Maresca decides to make a mess of everything and overcomplicate his subbing in the first half.
He panicked.
3 fucking subs in the first half, including taking your best player on your squad off the
Now,
field.
so
Huh?
I have a problem with this. I don't think Cole Palmer should have started.
Right.
If you're worried about the groin injury, which is what he kind of intimated afterward,
Right.
why start him in a game that's pissing down with rain like that?
Right.
You know what I mean? Footing can't be great, right? Regardless of what kind of stud you have on. So why start him to begin with?
Mm-hmm.
And then this red card happens. You obviously have to make a change, right? We get it. Nobody wants to have to do it. Fine. But you take off within a couple of minutes of each other, if not at the same time. I can't remember exactly. But Cole Palmer and Pedro Neto.
He first took off Neto, then he took off someone else,
Esteval.
and then he took off fucking Palmer.
It was 3 separate incidents,
Yeah.
right? 3 separate substitutions. So, but why would you sacrifice? That leaves João Pedro on an island by himself with nobody to run off of him.
Precisely.
So why would you do that? So not only did Robert Sanchez panic, the cameraman of said porno panicked, and the girl started squirting, and he went, I can't do this anymore. We need to change the sound guy. We need to change the videographer, and we also need to change the scriptwriter.
Yeah, we're changing it all.
We're changing everything. And now the entire bones of the attack is completely off.
Yeah, and they looked completely lost, and it was very easy. United didn't have to play well to get that lead.
No.
They played well enough to get that lead. They deserved that lead, but It was almost like Chelsea just handed it to him on a platter, and it wasn't even being down a man. It was just like, well, we don't know what we're doing today. What's this game called? I don't know what it is. And just kind of let them do whatever they wanted.
Yeah. Essentially, yes. You're absolutely right. But then Casemiro decides to do what he did. Scores the second goal. Well done. They're up 2-0. United are cruising. Just don't fuck it up. And I'm going to keep going with this analogy of the porno. Casemiro came the first time. Then he couldn't get it back up again, so he decided to take himself out.
Yeah.
With a really dumb foul. Get a second yellow and also get sent off just before halftime, I believe. I think it was in stoppage time.
It was second half. It was start of second half.
It was start of the second half. I thought it was in stoppage time of the first half. But ridiculous. What a decision from such an experienced professional.
And the amount that commentators and everybody were falling all over themselves to be like, oh, that was a little harsh, wasn't it? Be like, don't give the referee a decision to fucking make.
Well, exactly. And that is exactly what I wrote about it. I said he doubled the advantage, but then turned from hero to villain after he was shown a second yellow just before halftime. In all honesty, I'm cool with it. A little soft, maybe. But you've been a pro for a fucking long time. Don't put yourself in that position. You cannot give these people a decision to make. Everyone for the last 4 to 5 years has been complaining about English refereeing in particular. You've played in this league now for 2.5 to 3 years.
You know what to expect.
You know what to expect. Don't give them a decision to make. Don't give them a reason to make it all about themselves.
I think we're missing out on the greater point, Sam, which is mid-table clubs don't get calls to go their way against big opposition. And Manchester United clearly is not a big club anymore.
They're a bottom half club.
Right.
Not even mid-table.
Chelsea is a Champions League club, and they look at the badge, and that's how they make their calls. And they realize, well, United really ain't that big, so we're going to go ahead and give that to Chelsea.
Well, and here's the thing with the panic substitutions, right? Because of this, you had nobody on the field to take advantage of it.
Yeah, Garnacho was the only sub you could then put into the game later, and he did fine. But it was like, if you had just left Neto on the pitch, like if you were gonna. If you hadn't started Palmer, if you had Palmer on the bench,
you could have brought him in. But the other piece to that is João Pedro was holding the ball up very, very well, but he had nobody to run off of him at all.
No one.
There was no one there to play off of him.
Yeah,
and that's where he hamstrung himself, Maresca.
Yeah.
That's where he hamstrung himself. It was one too many, teacher references in that video.
Way too much tinkering. Way too much tinkering, and got it completely wrong. Ultimately, can United use this as a springboard? Can this kickstart the season?
The way they celebrated the Burnley game, they used that as a springboard.
Will that dude get to cut his hair this season? Like, I mean,
no.
No, they ain't winning 5 in a row.
No, they're not winning 5 in a row. Although I believe this is the first time in 2.5 years that they've won 2 in a row at Old Trafford. I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been a bit of time.
And
or won 2 in a row, period. I can't remember what the stat exactly was, but it's not good.
For Chelsea, is the ownership going to be patient enough to realize that this is still a project? And while this team is very talented and will likely be a Champions League team, they're probably still another season away from being a champion contender, Chelsea.
Yes, I think Bowley recognizes that. I think he trusts Maresca. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Conversely, United found this out the other day. Amarim's contract only includes a payout for firing for the first 12 months.
Oh, really?
He got hired in November. Guess what we're coming up to?
They're going to wait till December and fire his ass.
They're going to wait till, I think it was November 11th he was hired. They're going to wait till November 12th or whatever the day was. They're going to wait till the day after.
So they don't have to pay him out.
It ain't going to be much better than this.
No, it's not.
And they celebrated, and I still would take umbrage with the fact that everybody was getting on Arsenal for celebrating so much the last 2 seasons when they won games. One of those being we beat Liverpool at home, and they're like, oh, they celebrated like they won the league and all this. We beat Liverpool at home.
Right.
Manchester United celebrated Bruno Fernandes smacking his chest against Burnley last week. You know, all this kind of stuff and going nuts. And in this game, we beat 10 men.
Yeah.
You scored both your goals with 10
Right.
when they were down to 10 men.
Right, precisely.
So you didn't actually do anything. So what are you celebrating? Why is no one talking about that? Or is it just getting on because you're threatened by us? And that's the part that really pisses me off about this entire thing. So I'm going to celebrate very hard when he gets fired in November because they're not going on a run.
No. And that dude's hair is going to grow forever.
Yeah.
It's never going to get cut.
No.
Ever, never.
Because this job is too big for anybody now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. The stadium's falling apart. The players don't care. The manager, this manager doesn't give a fuck. The owners only care about making money, the primary owners.
Right.
And Jim Ratcliffe is too stupid to know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's the West Ham owners, but with more money.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
And a bigger commercial enterprise.
Yeah.
But he's just as daft. He's just as much of an idiot.
Agreed.
It's just not good, man.
No, not at all. Arteta with an interesting starting lineup again.
This annoys the crap out of
He's
me.
overthinking it, man.
Big time. I told you this before, right? Against Liverpool, I was disappointed to see that exact midfield start, right? Because I wanted the creativity. I wanted to see what we could do and go against them. However, I gave him a pass because it was away, right?
This was home.
Get the draw,
Yeah, this
right?
was home.
At Anfield. Do that. Okay, I understand what you're trying to do, at least.
Yeah.
You hold it 0-0 for 65 minutes. You bring on the impact subs. Bang. We steal it 1-0. Problem is they stole it 1-0 because of a worldy free kick.
Right.
Should have been a 0-0 draw, that game.
Yeah, of course.
Should have been. He starts at home against a wounded City. He starts at home with the same very conservative midfield. Mikel Merino brings the game to a screeching fucking halt every time he gets the ball. He's not fast enough. He doesn't make decisions fast enough. He can't do it unless he's in the box. He's got a good goal-scoring prowess, but when you ask him to turn, when he's playing in a 365 environment, he's very conservative. He slows the game down. He's not fast enough. And it blew my fucking mind. We had everything this game. This was the lowest possession that a a Pep Guardiola side has ever conceded in his managerial career.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that in a moment into the second half. But another interesting move was not having Eza on, but going with Trossard. And I get Trossard has had a good week, right?
I don't mind Trossard playing at that point.
But dude, Trossard's gone to the gray hair look, the silver hair look, which is the get me the fuck out of here haircut.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, if he's doing well off the bench, use him off the bench.
Yeah, but he warrants a start. I mean, he's put the shift in. He's done what he's supposed to be doing. And he does track okay, and he does, because he can play multiple positions. If you find yourself in a weird spot, as does tend to happen against City because the way they move the ball, he can play that position, right? If you look at very, very simple observation, right? I mean, if a defender, it's not apples to apples, but take my point.
Right.
If a defender following a corner finds himself at the edge of the box, right in the middle of the field with the ball at his feet, what does he normally do? Shit his pants.
Right.
You could put Trossard in 15 different spots on the field, and he'd be adequately gifted to deal with the situation he's in. He tracks back.
I felt like Eza needed to be on the pitch the entire match.
I don't disagree with you. Because
maybe that was in the midfield as the advanced role, and having Mourinho off and have it be Rice and Zubimendi. Maybe that's what it should have been. But I felt like
And
Eze should
Eze
have been
came
in the-
on in that role.
Yeah, but Eze should have been on from the start.
I know, but what I'm saying is Eze came on in that role and thrived.
Yeah.
And came on in that role while Trossard was still on the field.
Now, it wasn't hard for him to thrive in that role because
Because he is a number 10.
Well, I'm going to put out my soapbox now and get on it because I am one of those teams that, remember, we were at one point coached by Sean Dyche that that Pep Guardiola would regularly bitch about, right? You know, the genius, the man who created tiki-taka, right? This whole new way of playing football. A tactical genius.
But change the world. Grassroots teams now try to play a possession style football based on his style of football. He was a genius.
Bitch and moan when a team would play a low block and put 11 behind
anti-football.
Anti-football and how terrible it was and how annoying it was. Please explain to me the following, Sam. Why the fuck did City play in a low block the entire second half?
Well, they
My
also,
God!
by the last 20 minutes, 18 minutes, around there, maybe 15 minutes, either way, they played a 5-5-0 formation. And the reason is, and I'll tell you this, it's because of last season. And this is everything I've heard from every pundit I listen to and every football podcast I listen to besides our own. I don't listen to ours because I was here. I know what I said. What he does, this is the moment, not what he does. This is the recognition that we aren't what we were. That's what it is. We are not the dominant force we were, so we have to be pragmatic. We have to try to see games out. They are better than us. That's what he's doing. That's what it was. And it almost worked. It almost worked.
50 minutes into the match, right? You're 5 minutes into the second half, and I'm seeing Erling Haaland running back and forth between the two midfielders 30 yards out from goal. I'm like, that is every fucking City player playing within their defensive end, like totally locking it up. Like the thing you constantly would bitch about that you hated that people would do to you, and you yourself are doing it. You are never, ever allowed again to cry like this next week when you play Burnley. And I can guarantee you what Burnley is going to fucking do against you. They're going to play low block and they're going to put everybody in the back. Everybody in the back. And if it ends up being a 0-0 game or a 1-1 game, he'll bitch about the way they played fucking football. You just did it for an entire half. Shut the fuck up about it. You've lost your privileges to bitch about that style of play when you yourself played that.
Right.
And this match, particularly the second half, was 100% Arsenal. Arsenal was far and away the better team. And while a opportunistic and it felt like the ball kind of bounced the right way, whatever cliche you want to say, Martinelli's goal was fucking deserved. That draw was deserved. Frankly, City should be happy they escaped with a point.
I really liked that it was a Donnarumma mistake. He rushed out way too fast.
Yep, and
but it was an exquisite ball played by Eze. What a fucking pass it was. And it was really an exceptional counterattack, right? It was that one little ball by Haaland when he was surrounded by three Arsenal players that found to Johnny Reinders. That was the only thing that got them a goal.
Right.
I mean, David Raya only had 2 saves. They only had 3 shots on target.
Yeah.
One of them happened to go in within the first 14 minutes or some shit. It was ridiculous. Was trying to find a stat from a page on Facebook, and I can't find it. This is a funny one. Doesn't mean anything. Manchester United have played Chelsea, City, and Arsenal this season, and are only 1 point behind Chelsea. But they've also played Burnley.
Yeah.
Don't forget that.
Yes.
There was something I saw that was very good, and it was Gabrielle Martinelli's girlfriend. He texted her and said, "I'm not going to start against City." and she said essentially, I can't find it. She said essentially, don't worry, you're going to come on in the second half against tired legs and get your goal.
Huh? He did.
And you'll see, or some shit to end it. And he did.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant. It was a great finish. They said Guardiola was shutting the space down well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Donnarumma should have come out. But Martinelli kept his composure, took a great touch. The first touch was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Took him away from Guardiola and fucked Donnarumma where he was.
Yeah.
And then lifted it over him. And then this got shared, which was absolutely brilliant. And the caption, if you see his haircut there, the caption is Martinelli since this is Martinelli since Arsenal have signed Eza. Prime Ronaldo.
Yep. Prime Ronaldo hair.
Just scoring fucking goals, mate.
Yep.
But it was, all in all, it was a good game. And I'd said in my halftime check-in that I did, because I'm a responsible podcaster, and follow the rules that we set forth, was
as I now check that Instagram regularly.
If we continued in this way that we did in the first half, we would find the equalizer and possibly go on to win the game. We had chances, right? First half was a bit shit, right? Yeah, Nani Madueke had pretty much the only legitimate chance, and Donnarumma gobbled it up. I mean, it wasn't,
Right.
But then you come in at second half, and Donnarumma had to make a few saves. He had to make a few saves. And then finally we get the goal. So, I mean, it kind of, I told you so, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Start of the season did have three major opponents. You had United.
That's the other piece to this, right? Is we've had Manchester United the opening day, we've had Liverpool already, and we've had City. For the next 4 months, it is much easier for us.
Mm-hmm.
And we do find ourselves 5 points back. But it took a Liverpool worldie to beat us at Anfield.
Right.
Right? I fancy our chances when they come to the Emirates. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I would like Arteta to start more ambitious. I would have liked him to start this game more ambitious. I think we could have been 2-0 up at halftime had he started the proper players, in my opinion. Yeah. So it gets loads easier for us for the next few weeks.
Yeah. It does.
For the next few months, honestly. I mean, what do we have? Chelsea at some point, obviously, before Christmas. And we'll have a North London derby. That's the top six done.
Yeah, pretty much.
We have 2 more games against them, and we sit in fucking, second or third on 10 points. Come on.
Graham. Top 5. Remember, United, bottom half club.
Yep. Fair dues.
This weekend, we also had a couple of derbies, the Merseyside and the West London, but not the one that we all know. Liverpool 2, Everton 1, Fulham 3, Brentford 1. There are times where you can tell that this match was obviously executed on the field, but it was won in the manager's box. And Arne Slot, with his lineup right off the jump, realizing this is the derby, we're in our building, Wirtz has been okay but not great, let me go with what works. You know what, let me not go too crazy on the outside wings for defense. Let me make sure I've got a good
Frimpong on the bench as well. Yep.
Defensive lineup. Let me set a pragmatic team for this match. And it paid off perfectly, where coincidentally, Moyes had the team running around like lunatics. You come to find out the reason why he had the team running around like lunatics, because he was already screaming at the fucking referee before they even came out of the tunnel.
Yeah. So, conversely, let me compare this to Arsenal City real quick, right? In terms of Liverpool's setup. Now, obviously, I know you guys aren't on the level of Liverpool. I mean, they spent, $300 million this summer, $400 million this summer, something like that. So that obviously context is important here. But you go with this ultra conservative midfield in Arsenal, right? The conservative midfield for Everton, your most conservative midfielder is the one that gets the goal.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And Liverpool started brightly. Yeah. But they needed that start because as this fixture tends to show, you all grew into the game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the second half was all Everton. Now, some of that, too, is because Liverpool was, hey, we got a 2-0 lead. Let's see this thing out. But
you all had chances, man.
Oh, yeah.
Including after Idrissa Guey's brilliant strike.
That was one thing I wanted to say about all three of the goals were all really
Good goals.
good
Yeah.
goals. Like that. Like it's really hard to be upset about that first one. You're like, you know what? If he takes that swing, I was at the Hoko Brew Hive and Brody had said this, and like all the credit to him. It was like he does that 100 times, he hits that twice.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
what are you gonna do?
It was a really weird angle. I scored a similar goal to this at Soccer Dome years ago. Ball was played kind of, to 20-degree angle from my right shoulder.
Yep.
And as it was passing me, I just swung a boot at it and caught the upper 90.
Yep.
Like
what are you gonna do?
it happens occasionally.
And
But the big deal is, and kind of my point in comparing is, like I said, Mikel Merino, that midfield recycles possession well, but that's all they do. They don't create anything. So you isolate those front three so much that those 5 back of City have a chance, right?
Right.
Where here you have everybody goes on little forays, right? Because basically you're playing on 3 number 8s, right? You've got McAllister
Szoboszlai and Gravenberch.
Sloboslai and Gravenberch.
Yeah.
All 3 of which can fucking hit the ball like you wouldn't believe.
Yep.
They have the technique. All 3 can put a tackle in. All 3 can mark a man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you go, all right, it's your turn.
Yeah. Then another.
You go. Then they recycle and another one goes. And then they find that hole.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what they did. Where Arsenal's 3, no one really goes forward for real.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're all sort of defensive minded. And it was like, so then them front 3 are just against 5 City defenders.
Right. What are they supposed to do?
Right. We're here. You've got that they can pick and choose their runs. Like it's your turn. It's your turn. It's your turn. And then eventually, again, the with the way they recycle the ball, the Everton defense gets fucking 6s and 7s.
Yeah.
And they don't know which one's coming, don't know when they're coming, and then you have this brilliant run of the box, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And a great ball from Mo Salah, by the way.
Oh yeah. What are you gonna do? It was perfect.
And then he hit it early, obviously. I mean, nobody expected that.
And then the second goal, a good finish. Pickford could have done maybe better, but I don't think he was expecting it.
Ekitike's goal, you mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And it did come from a ball that Everton lost in the middle of the field.
I think it was savable.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you.
But it was still a good build-up and a good goal and a good pass, and it was in the right slot. Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, you can't.
Saying that is a bit harsh on Jordan Pickford, to be fair.
I mean,
if he drank milk as a child and had a little bit longer of arms, it probably would have been fine.
But then you turn around and into the second half, you look at the goal that Everton scored with the ball from Grealish across to Njai and Njai back to
Fantastic ball, by the
Idrissa
way.
Gueye.
And what a touch from Njai to tee it up for him.
A brilliant fucking goal. And after that point, too, Everton had chances.
Now, Idrissa Gueye is old and tired.
Yeah.
He has a fantastic engine on him, and he did a lot of good work in this game.
Still played another fucking 90.
I know. It did a fantastic job, no problem. But he did have a warm-up for this shot in the first half.
Oh, yeah. And fuck.
And skied it.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I mean, that was in Stanley Park, that first effort.
I don't.
But he caught this one clean, and Allison had no chance.
Yeah. So I don't want to overly bitch about the officiating, right? Because really, ultimately, this wasn't a very turgent Merseyside. Like,
No, that can be sometimes this game.
It was physical, but it wasn't out of control.
Yeah, fair dues.
So,
I agree with that.
But I do find it interesting that he at one point looks over to the coach's box and does this. He pinches his fingers like you're talking at Moyes and goes, cut it off. Like, dude, you're a motherfucking center official. Like,
Yeah, but then you go back to the pre-match where he had to go at him in the tunnel for some reason.
Which I still haven't heard what it was he went at him about. But then you turn around and you then give a yellow card to Kieran Dewsbury Hall for taking a kick too quickly.
Oh, speaking of weird yellows,
Yeah, like
yes, we forgot to bring this up during Arsenal. What Trossard and Bernardo Silva?
yeah.
He was already on a yellow, and it was his throw-in.
Yeah.
And he threw the ball at Leandro Trossard.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Trossard stood up and hit him in the nuts with the ball.
Yeah.
They could have both been set off.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And probably should have been.
I'm
Ridiculous.
But
But you're absolutely right about this as well. It's so strange.
he put the ball down. He kicked it. Like Everton
He said
scored-
Grealish was injured was the thing.
Everton.
That was the explanation
season-
I heard was Grealish was down injured and he had already said stop play.
Everton had scored on a fast free kick against Liverpool last season in the Merseyside derby. So of course you're going to go to that well again. Also, apparently the referee had said it was multiple times he had said that they needed to stop, so that he was trying to stop them from playing quick the entire time. And then Grealish got his yellow at the end of the match because he was just like, mate, we hand out yellow cards for guys taking a kick too quickly now? Like, that's what we fucking do?
Grealish kind of went off on him. I would love to know. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall as to what David Moyes was remonstrating with the official about before the game.
Yeah.
But obviously there's a giant trope of Liverpool getting beneficial decisions from Pugmole.
Oh, you mean like only 3 minutes added to a match that had a goal in the second half and both teams used all 5 of their subs and only 3 minutes got added to a match when we've already seen 7, 10, 11 minutes added to matches?
I mean, industry standard is 30 seconds a sub, right? Of which there were 10.
Yeah.
So it's 5. What's that? 5 minutes. And then a goal typically gets 45 seconds to a minute added, depending on the celebration.
Should have been 5. At least it should have been 5, like a minimum 5 minutes.
So, but they are Liverpool
3
are
minutes.
noted for getting exceptional decisions from referees,
Yeah,
right?
but it's just-
From the old Pugmole.
Right.
So the question then begs, why would David Moyes, and we are going to continue to call him David Moyes because even though he's from Glasgow, because of the way in which he fucking does his job, and it's brilliant. I
He's
love it.
fucking great.
Fucking David Moiseola. Why would he remonstrate with the referee prior to the game? I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in the tunnel.
I got to assume that the referee said something that Moyes took out of turn.
Yeah, but still, but why? You know it's going to go in their favor.
Right.
You're at Anfield. I mean, this is...
Maybe he just didn't want to hear it before the match started.
We started watching footy a long time ago, right? You have Fergie time.
Yeah, of course.
At Old Trafford. Remember, you had all these different things that Manchester United got that annoyed the fuck out of all of us all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Why at Anfield when this is the trope for the last, 4 years? Why would you choose to piss off the people that make those decisions prior to the game?
Yeah.
Just even if he'd said, "I'd like to fuck your mom," wouldn't you go, "Yeah, all right, cool, cheers"? Why would you start the fight with him before the game?
If I was going to just kind of make my own wild thought process, he probably said something along the lines of, "Well, let's make sure you're not slowing down the game or making it rough or whatever." And Moyes probably just went, "Mate, we're not even on the fucking field
Did you
yet.
tell them the same thing?
Let us
Yeah.
get on the fucking field before. Like, I already know you're not going to call the game right, but fuck, man, at least let us get on the fucking field.
Fair enough.
Can we get on the pitch before you start?
Before you start your shit, yeah.
Because the way he was saying it, the other funny bit of it was Van Dijk standing there laughing.
Oh,
He
yeah. I
laughing
saw
his
that
fucking
too.
ass off. So clearly he's saying something. Van Dijk's kind of going, hey, probably has a little bit of a point there.
To be honest with you, I'm very surprised he didn't get involved because we know the Dutch,
A literal people.
literal people.
All right. Well, not surprised. You know, it was at Anfield. I told you.
And it was a good fucking performance, honestly.
It made a good account of ourselves.
Yeah.
If we can do that against all the big five, because, you know, one's mid-table now.
Not even yet.
Yeah. If we can do that against the other big five teams and do that on the road against tougher opponents, like we're gonna be fine. This team,
You're going to be fine anyway.
this team feels to me like a 9th, 10th place team.
Yeah,
Like they've got all the pieces.
You're
so.
going to be fine.
And we're, you know, except for that beautiful eyebrow, you know, we just don't win at Anfield. That's all there is to it. So here you go. Cheers. Let me throw this fucker back.
While you do that, that was Moyes' 23rd not-and-win at Anfield in his entire career. That includes Manchester United, by the way.
Yep.
And Sunderland and West Ham.
Yep.
But I do want to bring up an important date before we move on. Mm-hmm. I believe that you all play West Ham next.
Yes, we do. On Monday.
And I think you win it. And I think Moyes could see off the new boy that replaced the old boy. That replaced the boy that wasn't there for very long.
Yeah. The dude that played a dude that played another dude.
Yeah.
Moving on. The West London derby, we've always known as being Chelsea and Fulham, but Brentford and Fulham,
This
because
was the game that fucked me this weekend, by the
they've
way.
played a lot in the championship against each other, and there's not much love between the two sides. Here's what I found interesting is typically Brentford puts up a pretty good showing in these. This from the get-go was Fulham was all the fuck over them. And if it wasn't for the mistake that they made playing out of the back, Brentford wouldn't have scored one.
I don't know about that. Leno made a couple good saves. The first save of the game, though, won't be counted as a save because it was ultimately ruled offside. Mm-hmm. But Leno did save it with his dick.
He did.
Always a point to make. But Fulham, yeah, absolutely. They started with the bit between their teeth. But again, I'm not sure. Fulham's second goal. I don't know if you saw when the cameras panned to Marco Silva's face. He looks like a man under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
The release that he let off, the anger with which he celebrated, you could see just the fucking I needed this kind of thing.
It might also help that those two goals were a minute apart.
Well, yeah, but I'm just like the vitriol on his face was just like a man that needed that. It's like you released the pressure cooker.
Yeah. I'm with you.
You know
100%.
what I'm saying? Because ultimately, First Blood went to Brentford on a counterattack that was. The fuck up actually. It was the fuck up.
The pass out of the back that fucked it up for him.
But it was Mikael Damsgaard with the finish. But Fulham just responded to it.
Yep.
Just in full blood and verve and everything.
Iwobi with
to
the
that
goal,
play.
and Iwobi with the assist for the second goal. Which
And
is
they were what, a minute and a half apart, like you said. But it was Iwobi with a fantastic strike, and then essentially straight from the kickoff.
Yeah, the own goal in the start of the second half.
Yeah, and it was brilliant
And
from Fulham, and this is what fucked me because I thought, especially when Brentford scored first, I was like, I'm fucking gold here.
Yep,
this is
gonna be a
great.
draw. It's gonna be a draw.
But Fulham looked like Prime City all of a sudden.
Yep.
3 years ago, 4 years ago, City out of nowhere, and they just dominated the rest of the game. Bert Leonard had what, 2 more saves to make the whole match?
I didn't see enough in the VAR replay to take away that fourth goal. I felt that was a goal.
What?
The Munoz.
Yeah.
Because Sam, remember it's Liv VAR pool, and it was Henderson and Kelleher. So you can't let you know how it is.
Is that how far we're going now?
Live VAR pool, you never walk alone.
Is that how we're doing it? Yeah. All right. I think Queven Kelleher may have been saved by Liverpool's defense. I think he's a good shot stopper, but I think we all held him up on a pedestal, potentially, because Liverpool's defense was so good.
Yeah, and the Bees is not.
Well, and conversely, look at Liverpool, right? Allison, we all lauded as a great goalkeeper, probably the best in the world at the moment, right? Even though today, Donnarumma was given the goalkeeper of the year. But I think Allison, when you see Liverpool's defense fuck up a lot, Allison bails them out. Kelleher only had to do that twice a game. Allison's had to do that more than Kelleher did when he had to cover for him.
Yeah,
already
precisely.
this season.
Precisely.
Already this season. So I think we all may have been kind of hoodwinked by Queefin.
I feel
Or at least
like
he's queefing now.
I personally feel like too many people are giving Brentford a little too much credit because of their standing so far in the league.
We're both going to keep doubling down on our respective points for the next few weeks, I think.
Because for me, this team gives me all the vibes that like when West Ham went down did. This team gives me the vibes of when Leicester went down both times. Like even
Not
though
the last time.
they're outside of the drop right now, but I feel like the minute they're there, and they will get there, that they won't be able to pull themselves back out. I don't believe in what this team is doing, and that's to say nothing against the club as a whole, because what they have done is very magical. I feel like they are starting to punch above their weight, and I feel like this season is going to catch up to them. Also, namely because the teams that came up have got a lot more fight in them and are much better prepared for this Premier League than the last two seasons.
Yeah, okay. That's probably fair. The only other thing I'd say about this is Pinnock's own goal was really weird.
Yeah, it was. It was very weird.
That's not one you'd like to give up, that one.
No.
You could see him try to hit it. You could see him miss it. You could see it hit his shoulder. You could see him turn and look at it, and then you could see him in agony.
Just like, fuck.
That sucks.
Yeah, it really, really does. Really does. Rounding out the rest of the league in so that happened. Brighton 2, Spurs 2, Burnley 1, Forest 1, Palace 2, West Ham 1, Leeds 3, Wolves 1, Bournemouth 0, Newcastle 0, Villa 1, Sunderland 1. You want to say, okay, the Seagulls are playing really well against teams that are bigger clubs that are better than them, but they yet again at home gave away a late lead.
Yeah, I know.
Like, so, like, great, you got 2 points off of 1 point off of Spurs. Great, but it also should have been 3. Figure out a way to see that fucking game out. Get 3. Like,
especially when you've got the lead inside of 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Right.
Yakubu Minteh put Brighton on top. Very marginal offside call. Not even sure that the semi-automated was able to pick it up.
Yeah.
Right? And I think they might have had to override and just say there's not enough evidence here to overturn the goal. But it goes into Seagull's favor ultimately. And then they go 2-0 up with a Yari. Right? And you think, fuck, they're cruising. And I'm rubbing my hands together.
Yeah.
I'm watching this game going, this is fucking yes, please. But then Richarlison happens, and this is where he started the Champions League game, Richarlison, and now he started 3 out of the 4 in the Premier League, right? Or 3 out of the 5 in the Premier League. I think Thomas Frank likes him. I told you this. I think he likes him.
I'm starting to wonder that too, because even if Solanke's healthy, you're going to have to play him. And until he goes cold, you're going to have to play Richarlison because, frankly, he's the only one really producing offensively for you. Like, there's a few players who've had a goal here, a goal there, but like he's the only one that is consistent.
And this particular finish was composed. It was calm, and he found the back of the net. It's like, what you worried about?
Yeah.
Like, this was something that Wisa would have done.
Yeah.
I compared him to Wisa early on.
Yeah.
This is something I think is a carbon copy of something Wisa would have done. And I think he's there. I think he might be the main man.
Yeah.
I think you might see Solanke be a fucking impact sub.
Yeah.
When he finally gets fit.
Yeah, and unless Solanke starts being that impact sub and starts scoring every fucking time he's off the bench, and Richarlison's not, I think you have to play Richarlison.
Yeah, I also think here he's still not sure of his best 11. Because
Agreed.
you had Xavi Simons, obviously didn't have a full preseason, right? Because he signed like close to deadline day, if not on deadline day. But
he needs to start. He needs to.
Yeah, but I don't know his full fit. I don't know what his
of course
fitness levels are.
When he's ready to start, he needs to be starting.
Yeah. So, but you see Brennan Johnson sometimes. You see Xavi Simons sometimes. You see, and them using this formation. I think Xavi Simons is better in the middle of the field. I think he's the number 10.
I agree.
And Thomas Frank showed with Brentford, right, over his career with Brentford, that he's able to change the formation to suit the players he has. I think this 4-3-3 they've been playing, or this 3-4-3 they've been playing, I think it's more or less Tottenham waited to do their business so long. Not everyone's fully fit, and he's not exactly sure the pieces to where they plug in on a consistent basis because they may be a bit tired or pick up a knock or whatever. I think in 2 months' time, right, after they've got Champions League, they've got obviously a few training sessions, they've got Premier League at the weekends, they've got League Cup games here and there. I think you're going to see them settle into a 14 to 16 group of players, and that's all you see. And you're going to see them be a lot more coherent.
Yeah, agree.
Because we had the weird game against Bournemouth, they lost, right? And then you turn around with this, and it's a draw. Granted, it's away from home at the Amex. Not traditionally a place they've done very well. But I think you're going to see them settle into a team. And Xavi Simons, like I said, came off the bench in this one, didn't start. So I think you'll see them settle into that 11 and then be much more consistent.
Chelsea needs to be careful because this team could easily be 4th place and Chelsea could be in 5th.
100%.
Absolutely
100%.
could happen. This team is
not wrong.
This team is going to be good. They are going to be very good, and I think they got the right coach, and I think they finally got the right people. They're going to be good. They're going to be real fucking good. And as the season goes on, they're going to be really fucking tough to play. Big point for the Clarets, man. Now, it helps that...
Which Clarets?
The
Remember, there's 3.
Yeah, but we're going down the show order, and you know where we're going. So, Big Ange and Forest players are not on the same page at all, and it shows, and that's going to obviously take time. And as I've already said, Ange is a good coach. Forest is a good team. This is going to be a top 10 team. When it all goes wrong, which I think will be next year, it will go horrifically wrong. But all that being said, Burnley has been getting kicked in the teeth. They've had a tough start to the season. They've been in every fucking match. Like, they've been in it, and then it's like, it's the penalties, or it's just these little tiny things that they lose it on. And to get out with the point, that's big for them. It lets those players know we're doing the right thing. Keep fucking pushing, keep hustling, keep doing the hard work. We're going to play teams that are in and around it with us, and we're going to feel like we can beat them.
I think the manner of the Burnley goal may dissipate some of their feelings about it. Zinchenko overran the ball.
Yep.
He had to deal with it. It was on target.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But he just couldn't deal with it because he overran it so much, and his momentum prevented him from doing so, and it ends up being an own goal.
Right.
Which I think it was on target. I think it's harsh to charge him with an own goal because that's normally the standard.
Agreed.
Is if it's on target, it's the player that shot its goal anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
So I think it's a bit harsh on Zinchenko, but it was his mistake because he should have cleared it. He should have dealt with it.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. What I think, Ange, the way he appeared to me at the end of the match was how I thought that he would look. I think just his facial expression after the first goal. It was such a fucking thunderbolt that it probably started a wildfire in Australia. And he looked more confused at the end of the game than he did after it happened.
Yes, he did.
But Nico Williams, I mean, what a hit.
It was a great hit.
What a hit. It's going to take time, obviously. He started at a weird moment. There's a lot of players on international duty, a lot of which had to travel very, very fucking far when he started. And he only really had 4 days to work with the players prior to his first game. And again, a majority of them weren't even back from international duty yet. So his ideas, he does a lot to invite pressure on himself. He does a lot to say dumb things like, they're going to understand on Wednesday what my plans are. And then they go out in the League Cup or whatever it was, or need penalties to survive it, or what.
No,
I don't
they
even
went
remember
out.
what it was.
They went out. They lost to Swans 3-2.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. And stoppage time, 2 goals.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
right. But it's one of those situations where it's like, why are you inviting that pressure? Why say that?
Right.
Don't. You're like,
you're
no, they'll
begging
get
for
it.
it.
They're a good group of players. They'll get it, soon. Why'd you put a date on it?
Yeah. Don't
You know
put
what
a
I
date
mean?
on it.
Why'd you do that?
Don't put a date on it.
So they'll come good, I think. I don't think they'll be as good as they were, obviously. I think that you're probably looking at a 7 to 11th, I think is probably my best guess.
Talent alone tells me they're a top half table, top of the half team, but just this thing will eventually blow up and go wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
it's only a matter of
it
time.
was 4 days in. He's already had a muscle injury.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll see.
Is it me, or does it feel like, looking at Palace and West Ham, that we're normally used to this story being flip-flopped, right? That it's West Ham kind of professionally going about their business, winning a few, losing a few, doing what they're supposed to do. And it's Palace that's off to a really shitty start and looking like they're in trouble. And yet it's completely switched this time.
Bro, 2 teams played a professional football match in the English Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
This game was not exciting.
No.
45 minutes of absolute shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second half happened.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit of a better watch, but still, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, 5'9" Jared Bowen gets a header.
Mm-hmm.
That's all on Palace's back line. And then really the only thing that saved it was Tyreek Mitchell's volley with his wrong foot.
I mean, is that
Because a Mateta header. Well done. Okay, you're supposed to do that.
is that something that West Ham could take away? Is at least their top guy finally is on the fucking score sheet?
No. No. Graham Potter's going to be the first manager fired.
I agreed. That's who I wrote.
Unless he makes it to November 12th.
Both
And
of
then
us
it's going to be Ruben Amorim.
both of us have written it. That's who it's going to be. Like it's.
I
Gonna
mean,
be
Vito
him.
Pereira has a strong argument who we're going to come on to. 0 out of 5, obviously. But the team looks like shit.
Mm-hmm.
The team looks like shit.
Yeah.
The sad part for us, for our show, for our jokes, is Jose Mourinho's already taken the Benfica job.
Yeah. What a shame.
Because he could have been West Ham manager.
That'd have been the best.
It would have helped a lot.
Didn't bring to the game not just the basics of football, I believe the basics of life.
And part of those basics of life is patience, Jose.
Yeah,
and now
exactly.
you fucked up.
Yeah, we could have seen you back in the Prem again. It would have been.
It would have been
beautiful.
fantastic. But we couldn't deal with it. But Jared Bowen, a.k.a. West Ham's Bruno Fernandes, the guy that has to do fucking everything around there, including book the travel and hotels, including book the luncheon for the meetings and the tape watching and all that kind of stuff, including turning on the jacuzzi in the training ground every day. Jared Bowen does everything around that place, and he bailed him out again to begin with, and then his team let him down again.
Yep, exactly.
It's just He needs him. I know he's Mr. West Ham. I know he's married to Danny Dyer's daughter. I know he's Mr. West Ham as well. They got to get him some help
Yeah. Yeah.
or sell him on. He's got to go. And if it means that your family can't go overseas, go play for Ajax.
Yeah.
His style suits the Dutch league. Mm-hmm. Go play for Leipzig.
Yeah. Yeah. Go. Yeah. You'll do.
Get the fuck out of there. They're hamstringing him
Because West Ham's
he's not able to express himself.
West Ham's an absolute mess, and
It's a shit show.
And if it wasn't for the fact that Wolves were doing what Wolves are doing currently, I would feel even more scared for West Ham.
That's what I mean. That's Vitor Pereira. You know what's weird about this? Actually, no. Now that you say that, it has to be Graham Potter.
Yeah.
But 10 days ago, Vitor Pereira penned another deal.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's right. He penned a deal.
Right. So did Strand Larson after signing a contract in the summer to keep Newcastle away.
Yep.
Strand Larson signed another contract 2 months later.
Yep.
What are they doing at Wolves?
Well, it's the ownership that's just trying to nickel and dime everything.
It's fucking weird.
Now, for Leeds, because I'm going to talk more about Wolves here, but for Leeds, that's exactly what you needed. You went to their building, a team that you're going to try to finish above of in the league, and you punched him in the fucking mouth. The new striker scored a goal for you. You had 3 different goal scorers. This thing was over by halftime. Like, this was exactly what Leeds needed, especially considering the way they lost the week before. You know? Like, they needed that. And it was dominant, absolutely dominant.
But they were also quite efficient. Mm-hmm. They were they only had 4 shots on target, but they scored on 3
of them.
Which is a very big deal. The very brilliantly named Ladislav Krejci. Ladislav, come on. My lad.
Yeah, I know.
Well done. Very calm think over the goalkeeper. Actually had a little bit of a decent footballing move there as well. But they DCL getting a goal is huge. Because we remember his debut in the League Cup, how horrific that was.
It was missed 3 balls inside the 6 and missed a penalty. Like, did not go well.
Debut. For him to turn around and go, because like everybody on that team will know who he is.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, he played for England.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna know. They're gonna be looking at him, going, "You're our best chance of staying in."
Yeah.
They're gonna see that game in the League Cup and go, "Fuck me,
We're done."
right?
Yeah.
We're fucked.
They need him scoring.
And it wasn't an easy chance either. I mean, it was a good header.
Yeah.
He had to do some work there. Is the point?
Well, it
and
shows,
he did.
It shows what he does and what he does particularly well too.
But you see the team lift after that, right?
Yep.
You see the team go, "Fuck, okay, yeah, we got something about us now.
Yep.
We can do this," kind of thing. And that's where I think they went on the rest of the game.
Real quick on Wolves, because I want to wrap this up because we're already over an hour and we shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But
the next game
for Wolves,
simple.
yeah, the next 2 are very simple. For Wolves, the wrong players are playing poorly right now.
Yeah,
like
fair dues.
The center back that they got in January has had a shit start to the year. One of the 2 midfielders, it's not Andres Gomez, the other one, not doing well. Like.
Haven't paid attention to them. They're 0-5.
And Strand Larson is hurt, and it's like
Good thing he signed that contract.
The players they need to do well aren't doing well, and they were already hamstrung as it was. I think there's other managers that'll get fired before Pereira, but who are you going to bring in that's going to fix that? Like, I feel like if you fire Pereira and bring in another manager, you're going to be firing that manager, and then you're going to be your third manager. And what does third manager mean?
That's relegation.
Means you're fucking going down.
Unless you're Chelsea.
Bournemouth and Newcastle played a professional match in the English Premier League. It's very simple. Eddie Howe can just not beat the Cherries. He can't beat his former club for some reason. And Newcastle, even though they got the goal last week from the new signing, like they're having a hell of a time scoring goals right now, man. And it's very easy to say that Isak, he was a
Well, they signed
phenomenal
Weiss, who's hurt.
right. They just seem like they got to be putting some balls in the fucking net, man. They are not scoring. Like they're playing great defense. Their midfield's good. They got to start scoring some fucking goals, dude.
Absolutely. They signed Wisa, who's hurt, who's injured.
Yep.
When he comes back, I think that might be solved. Because the homeless bloke that lives in his van isn't doing very well so far.
He scored a goal already.
One, yeah, 5 games, yeah. Here's the
2 games, dude. That was his first game when he scored last week. He's only been
fair dues, except for the Champions League game, which he didn't score in. I'm going to read you exactly what I wrote, and then I have a caveat. The Eddie Howe derby, as underwhelming as that sounds, delivered on being quite underwhelming. Just 3 shots on target between the 2 teams, 2 of which happened in the first 12 minutes.
Yeah, that was it.
You had 78 minutes of fuck all.
Well, add your caveat because we've already said too much about this match.
My caveat to this game is it is a point gained for Bournemouth.
Yeah.
It's a huge, another point on the board.
Yep.
A team we were worried about because they sold 3 of their 4 defenders. Well, 4 of their 5 defenders if you count the goalkeeper. And they're sitting in third, something like that,
Yeah, they're
with
cruising
8, 9 points, something.
Cruising right the fuck along.
It's a big deal for them. That's a fantastic point for them at home against a bigger club with bigger ambitions. And Iraola does it again, you know.
Villa finally score. Villa finally fucking score a goal.
Just look at me like I scared you. I've been here the whole time.
There was a pause, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I had to hit a button, and then I was like, "Oh no, it's my team."
Villa finally scored.
They scored a goal.
Well, they realized in a world of constantly trying to put it on credit, sometimes you just need cash, baby. You just need cash.
That's it. Except for they let the 10-man Black Cats back into it.
It's just yeah. That's really. Sunderland's going to be great at home, which is good because they're going to need that. Those kind of things are what's going to get you over the finish line and keep you in the Prem.
Absolutely. Isidore was phenomenal in the entire game. He's the one that gets a goal, obviously.
Absolutely.
And Roofs was phenomenal. Roofs so far has been better than Darlow, been better than a fair few keepers in the league, if you ask me.
Agreed. And
Roof's been awesome.
And
The roof is on fire.
He probably should have had Cash's goal. That he mishit it. I mean, it had that little curve to it. It was a great rip, but he couldn't.
I expected you to be a bit more in the goalkeeper's union on that.
No, I think he could have done better. But also, hard to blame him for the one.
He made 4 or 5 great saves.
He makes great saves every fucking game for him.
Yeah.
Oh no,
And you're gonna be critical here.
He made one mistake.
Bro, this is like that time Gary Neville was like, "Yeah, a goalkeeper should save every shot they face."
What the
What are you
fuck?
talking about? You're Gary Neville in this scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what I'm saying.
Exactly. So, for Villa though, it's a point, it's a goal. That's something you start to build on. You know, you got Europa coming up this next week. It's just start to build the momentum. The one thing that worries me about them is Watkins is off to an epically poor start. Like I think
you wanted the Arsenal move, and I think he's disappointed he didn't get it.
There was one that he ultimately was called offsides for, but it was a header inside the box that he headed directly into the chest of the keeper. And it's like, even if you're offside, like, mate, put that one in the back of the net. Like you just don't.
It's a psychological advantage.
Yeah, you just
when
don't,
you do something like that.
Something's not clicking right now.
Because that goalkeeper's also trying hard at that moment. He didn't hear that whistle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just not good, not good at all. And
it's not like you heard the whistle and caught the ball.
Yeah.
You were also trying.
Yeah, exactly.
And you gave that goalkeeper a psychological advantage over you.
Yeah. So now,
What do you think about your team's start? Seriously. I mean, obviously it's not great, right? Yeah, but
It's not great. It's
there-
very disheartening and disappointing. And
there are really good
I,
signs.
I don't feel enthusiastic at all about anything.
I mean, you'll be fine.
I'm sure it's
You'll be
all gonna
comfortably
fine. We'll be
mid-table.
comfortably
You'll
10th.
figure it out.
Right, but if you're comfortably mid-table and you
That's
don't,
no European football. That's a PSR violation, probably. That's
you have to
there's
sell
a lot
more
of
people.
Yeah, no.
Other
it's-
issues.
We need to get our shit together soon.
I like to see Jaden Sancho start the next game and really go for something.
Good. The good news is it's Emery, so you don't have to worry about it. They're going to win Europa somehow.
Fair dude.
Sure money.
Although you'll have to be careful of Ange, who's back in the Europa League after.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Come on, he most recently won it. That's
Yep.
all he's good at. Tottenham, remember, set a record for the most losses without being relegated.
Yeah, but that's it's Ange. Year one, he didn't do fuck all. It's year two when he wins.
Except with Celtic, which he made a reminder about during his initial press conference.
Ah, very good. Very good.
Come on, mates.
All right. Oh, by the way, I got my odds wrong. The odds of the 1191 that
I
was two
heard
first
this,
halves.
yes.
So it would have been plus 191, not 1191. So if I had hit it, I would have done the right total and everything, and I would have.
But you didn't.
Right. Well, that's because you couldn't score a fucking game winner. What the fuck?
So we're both minus. We're both minus.
I mean, you couldn't.
400.
What the hell? You couldn't break down the vaunted Pep low block. What the fuck?
We're both minus 400 is
Yes,
what
we
that
are.
boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't won a game this week, this season rather. So I've already said what I have to say about my own, because Fulham fucked up. Push Sam's button, Mel.
Big Sam's Lock of the Week.
That's about how many times it works. Because of
That's the funniest bit of the whole show, to be
Pep's
honest.
low block.
Write that down as a show title. That's about how many times that works.
So I am going with Bournemouth to win at Leeds. I know that won't be easy, but I think Bournemouth's playing very, very well, and they're just a better team than Leeds is. And I got Villa getting their first win of the year at home over Fulham. I think that was a big emotional drain for Fulham, that match, and going to Villa Park isn't easy. And with that, if both those teams win, Bournemouth and Villa, plus 463.
And honestly, once you get that first goal, once you finally break that duck, things tend to start flowing in.
Yeah. Yep.
When Villa are a good team. Nobody's saying Villa's not a good team. They've had a tough start, right? Now that they've broke that duck, I think you see the floodgates go.
Yeah. I think they'll be all right. I very much think they'll be
I
all
don't
right.
necessarily disagree with that at all. I've got a 1, 2, 3,
Nine-way
4, 5,
parlay.
6. And if I win it, I'm only going to be up 381 because this is plus 781.
Heard. Go for it.
And I'm down 400 to begin with. I've got City and over 2.5 versus Burnley. My mentality here is City are pragmatic against the big boys, and they're going to do what they did to Wolves and blitz them because Burnley aren't very good.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah.
City and over 2.5. That's the only same game parlay I have here.
Okay. Everything else?
I'm going to add everything else. Chelsea and Brighton, both teams to score.
That's fair.
Yep. Palace versus Liverpool because of Palace's defense. And to be honest, Liverpool's defense. Under 3.5 in the game.
Okay.
Didn't choose a winner. Just under 3.5.
Okay. That's fair.
Tottenham to beat Wolves because Wolves are Wolves. Mm-hmm. And then Everton to beat West Ham because West Ham are West Ham.
It's not a bad shout. That's a pretty good bet.
Plus 781.
Very good. Very good. Well, all right. That is going to wrap it up, boys and girls. Mr. Graham, any parting words?
I didn't really, besides David Moyes yelling at the officials before the match even started, didn't see any cunts.
He knew what he did. He knew what he did. He needed to be yelled at. Sometimes the ferryman got a ferryman, and you just need to
Listen.
you need to say sorry, sir, and be done with it.
Fuck off, mates.
All All right, everybody. Next up is going to
I might start
be
betting on the championship, be honest.
DU does EFL,
Premier League
where
thing
we're
ain't
going to
working
talk
out
about
for
the
me.
rest of English football. And then after that will be injury time, where we talk about the upcoming weekend's action, along with checking in on our adopted club and our fantasy team and the beers that we've been drinking. Should you want to support this show, Mr. Graham, how do you go about doing it?
Very easy. It's patreon.com/DFootball Show. Just sign up to that $5 tier. And you'll get all of our extra shows, which we do a shit ton of extra shows, which is great.
We do.
It's for you.
All right, everybody. Till next week.
It's huge. Good night.
Oh, okay.
You guys are back live.
All right,
Hello.
we are back live. Hello, everybody.
Back live on the intranet.
Hi, Intronet.
Intranet.
Intronet.
Intranet. It's just fun to say.
It is fun to say. It's fun to hear you say it.
Whew, you guys ready?
Yeah, well, let's do it.
All right.
Hey, Mr. Graham.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a little more League Cup. Let it be known that Villa did score twice this week. They lost and drew, but they at least scored a couple goals finally.
That is true.
And what's also funny is that the teams that are added to the cup because of Europe, 2 of them are already out. Forest
Correct.
and fucking Villa. But Palace beat Millwall, so there you go. Let's
it.
start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. Right, the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of a lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to DU Does EFL, a brief biased recap of the rest of the EFL, or English football, as told by 2 common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, really making it all about Arsenal this week. You kept going back to that well the whole damn first show. My co-host, Mr. Samuel Graham.
Well, it's an interesting point, right? Of the way teams set up. Because one did it obviously in a much more attacking sense, and another one did it in a very much more defensive sense. Because
This is
Gravenberch
Mike
and
Rice,
Marino.
Man U supporter. A drinking game suggestion. Big Sam makes a point. Graham makes it about fucking Arsenal. You're listening to the DU Football Show.
Gravenberch is a much more attacking-minded defensive person. Marino is not.
And, of course, on
It's
the
an
ones
interesting point, you cunt.
of course, on the 1s and 2s, producer Mel, over there. And Mr. Graham, just want to let you know. We're recording at DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your podcasts. And, of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there's many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, tell the good people how they can get in touch.
It's at DU Football Show on all the social medias and DUFootballShow at gmail.com to get in touch via email.
It's hard to add the element of surprise when you 2 are giving me fucking nothing over here. Come on.
I gave you stuff.
Pep it up. Give me some energy, you 2. Let's get. Do we need to do? Hold on. Do we need to take a quick pause? Everybody, look, keep on. We'll be ready to rock and roll. That's what we got to do.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind that. Yeah. My heart would mind. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah. Well, we are drinking the exact same shit we just did in the last show, so let's go ahead and get into it.
Championship Corner!
I've fallen and I can't get up. Oh no!
Borough still sit on top of the championship after beating West Brom on Friday night 2-1. Second place Stoke lost at QPR 1-0. Bristol, Leicester, Preston, and Coventry all round out the rest of the playoff spots currently.
Really hope Leicester fucks it off.
I tend to think they will. I think they're gonna. They were already hanging on by a thread with their finances. I think this is really going to come fucking kick them in the teeth. I don't think they're going down, but I think they're in trouble.
The rest of those teams, I'd be perfectly happy with coming up.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen them either ever in the Premier League.
In a minute.
Or it's been a very long time, in
Yeah,
like the case of Middlesbrough, for instance. So I'd be
Borough, Stoke.
completely fine with that.
Those are a couple teams that have not been up in quite a while. That is for darn sure.
Yeah, Stoke could fuck off, though. I have a personal affinity against Stoke.
Because you always had a hard time doing it on a
Cold, rainy night.
in Stoke.
Cold, rainy Tuesday.
Yeah, you always had difficulty on those.
And they broke 2 of my players' legs.
So after the
Literally.
Yes, I know. After the South Coast Derby, both Pompey and Southampton lost. No.
Yeah.
And Pompey lost a Wednesday.
Was it the first 0-0 in 90 years or whatever? Now, neither of them can get off the mark.
Yep. And then in a big one, Wrexham came back from being down 1-0 to beat Norwich 3-2. So good win
on
on
Wrexham.
them.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I mean, the key for them is stay in the league, right?
Right.
Stay in the championship.
Yeah.
You're not going to get 5 promotions in a row or whatever it
It's not
is.
fucking happening.
Whatever the number it is. It's not a thing. So stay in the league, solidify your place, and then press on from there. Because you have so many other commercial things going on, you can probably spend more money than most championship clubs. So just solidify your place, and then you can press on from there.
And the Blades still in dead last, still without a win, lost to newly promoted Charlton this weekend.
Bro, it's wild. I mean, Charlton traditionally are a championship club.
Yeah.
When we first started following the Premiership, Alan Kerbersley was their manager, and they were in the Premier League for a fair few years.
Yep.
Kind of lower table, lower mid, 12th to 15th kind of range. But they've fallen off and fallen back into their historical seat.
Yeah.
If you will.
Yeah.
So to see them kind of making some waves.
Recent years has been yo-yo between one and the championship, back and forth kind of.
I'd like to see them come back. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be fun to see them back up in the Prem for a year.
Yeah.
Now, the other interesting one was Blackburn and Ipswich Town got rained out. The field was just too waterlogged, and I put up a video in the closed group. As you know, when the fans always, like, when a team's really dominating a game and they're starting to pass around, they do the right. The ref is walking out of the pitch. You can see his feet sinking into the water. He takes the ball, and they're all going, and he rolls it, and it just stops, and he goes, picks it up and rolls it again.
And then he picks it up and drops it. And
just water shot up everywhere.
I love it.
So give it up to the supporters that showed up and at least had a laugh at what
so
was
good.
going on.
It's
That
so
was
good.
Fucking brilliant.
Absolutely worth it.
In League One, the Posh got another win and now sits second from last.
Can I, real quick?
Yeah.
This is the same sort of rain, right? Where Blackburn's located. The same sort of rain that we saw at Manchester United Chelsea, right, at the weekend.
Yes.
This is the difference in budget and groundskeeping that we talked to our friend Ben Kay about a few times over the years. And hopefully we get to speak to him again at some point soon, kind of about these sorts of games, right? Because we saw this in Chelsea, Manchester United, obviously went through the game played. Blackburn haven't been in the Premier League for a long time.
Yep. All right, so like I said, Posh get another win. They sit second to last. Reading has also won their second game, a 2-1 win over the O's, which was their first league win over the O's since 1993. And so
but Reading were up. They weren't in the same league for a long time.
But they're also now out of the drop. So they're in 20th place. So they're out of the drop, and they're starting to show some signs, which is good. Hopefully.
Where's Leyton Orient?
Leyton Orient's a few spots in front of them. I think like 17th, 18th right now.
All right, fine.
Yeah. I mean, Leyton Orient making the playoffs last year in League One was the anomaly. Normally, Leyton Orient
they're a steady League One club,
Yeah, they're normally bottom
Just
half
want to make
of
sure
the
they're
table.
safe.
Yeah, well, of course.
The South's Accrington Stanley.
Exactly. Along with that, Bradford City beat Cardiff 3-1 to leap into first place. So they are now in first.
I like that a lot.
Stevenage, Lincoln, Cardiff, Huddersfield Town, and Barnsley round out the other playoff spots. Doncaster lost, so they're just outside of it right now.
I like Lincoln being in there. I like Stevenage being in there. I'd like to see both of them come back up to the championship. That'd be nice. Barnsley, Huddersfield I could live without, to be honest. They're still too recent memory.
Your favorite team still sits atop of League Two.
Fuck off.
with Gillingham.
Don't associate me with them.
Grimsby also lost to newly promoted out of the National League Barnet 3-0.
Why would you even mention that? That doesn't matter.
Well, because we talk about
Grimsby. It doesn't matter. They beat Manchester United this season.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what they do in the league, Sam.
And we'll get to what they did in the League Cup in just a moment
Grimsby
as well. Yeah.
beat Manchester United this season.
Yes, they did.
They had Ruben Amorim on the Magnets.
Aki beat MK Dons 2-1.
Get in.
They are now in 18th place, sitting at 2-3-3.
I like it.
Just above them in 17th place is Tranmere, and they beat Wassel in a shootout 4-2.
All right, good.
Yeah.
And Tranmere, as we all know, is the first club of Liverpool.
Yeah, the only club in Liverpool, right? League Cup is this week, but there were 4 matches played last week because the teams that are playing in Europa would be playing on Thursday, so they couldn't play this week. They had to play the prior week because last week all the Champions League teams were playing.
Correct.
Because they played on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
They did it was a big TV thing to make sure as much TV coverage of the Champions League was available as possible at different times.
Yep. So we have Brentford beating Villa on penalties, but Villa did finally get a goal in that match. Palace beating Millwall on penalties, and that's one of the teams Palace beat last year on their way to winning the FA Cup. The important one, Grimsby whooped Sheffield Wednesday to advance. So League Two beating the Championship, now into the next round after beating Manchester United.
Basically League One, isn't it?
And as you were talking,
Wednesdays.
Yep.
Shit.
And then as you were talking about, Swans beating Forest with 2 extra time goals to win 3-2.
Ange's little face after that. And it was I think it was pissing down rain as well in that game. And his the way he beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Now I'm going to want you to read off the other games, but for our 2 clubs, Everton plays Wolves at Wolves on Tuesday, and Arsenal are at Port fucking Vale on Wednesday. So why don't you go ahead, Mr. Graham, and read off the other matches for the day.
I smell another Gabriel Martinelli goal. To be fair. You have Barnsley versus Brighton, Burnley versus Cardiff, Fulham versus Cambridge, Lincoln versus Chelsea. Lincoln's at home. It could be a banana
and
skin.
Lincoln's up in the top of their the standings right now. They're right up there near the top.
Could be a banana skin because we know the pitch always plays a part in these sorts of games, especially in the early stages.
Agreed.
Wigan versus Wickham, or Wycombe, as we affectionately love them. Wolves versus Everton. This is a big, big game, I think, for you. Wolves are at home. They need something.
They desperately need something. We're going to start.
You don't really need something?
And I guarantee you we're going to start like Anzu. We're probably going to start Dibbling. We're going to start Charlie Alcaraz. We're going to start our bench. We're going to do so. Those guys are going to get a chance to fucking prove something, which Alcaraz did in the first match of the League Cup.
Wrexham versus Reading and Liverpool versus Southampton.
By the way, Cardiff is beating Burnley. Cardiff is playing very, very well. Burnley does not need the League Cup. Cardiff beats Burnley. Cardiff definitely beats, because both of those teams were in the championship last year. They're familiar with each other. I think Cardiff wins that game.
On Wednesday, Huddersfield hosts Manchester City. Newcastle hosts Bradford. Tottenham hosts Doncaster. And Port Vale, obviously, as we've spoken about, host Arsenal.
I insist that you call Port Vale by their
Port fucking Vale.
Exactly. So
Arsenal win that. Tottenham win against Doncaster. Newcastle win against Bradford, rather.
Yeah.
And Huddersfield, again, lower league, not used to the surface.
Yeah.
See what happens.
If
City have the quality, they're going to win, but Huddersfield could make it tough.
At best, Graham, there will only be 10 Premier League teams left in the League Cup.
Which is
at best
great news.
Yeah.
Problem
I'd love to see a few more upsets.
The problem is it's the best 10.
Yeah, it's a lot of the real good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that's the hard part.
Yeah. Well,
and Thursday is just Europa League.
Well, unfortunately, Spurs are gone, so that works out well.
Yep. What does that suck?
United are gone too because they lost.
Because they also suck.
Well, no, because they faced the mighty Grimsby.
No, Tottenham aren't gone.
Yeah, they lost to Swan. No, that was Forrest who lost to Swan. Yeah,
it's Ange, the Ange effect.
Ange
You're
effect,
Nelson
sorry.
Mandela in this whole thing
I
right now.
totally am. I am.
That's terrible.
Yeah. So Spurs are the ones who I think have Lincoln. No, Chelsea have Lincoln, but Spurs have someone lower league as well.
Spurs have somebody.
I think they have Doncaster.
Well, I think they're on Wednesday because I don't see them there again. Yep, Doncaster.
Yeah, there we go.
But they're at home.
Yeah,
to Doncaster.
That helps them quite a
got 'em.
bit. That helps them quite.
They got them.
All right.
The great equalizer is the pitch, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you want. Is you want the bigger club pitted away from home.
Yeah.
Because you want that potato patch, like we saw Man City against Newport. It's the greatest example years and years ago.
You want them in a guest changing room that is a dirt floor.
Dirt floor, yeah, exactly.
Wood
You want
benches.
these multi-millionaires that don't know what they're stepping into.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're just not going to get it in this one. So Spurs win.
Not one bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Sad.
That's going to wrap it up. Mr. Graham, any parting words?
Nah.
All right.
I got nothing.
Well,
I really don't. This week's been quiet.
Everybody watch the League Cup, you know?
It's something I could say. I can't say it, but there's something I could say. I'm good.
All right. Good
I'm not
enough.
going to say it.
All right, everybody. Next up is going to be Injury Time, where we're going to talk about our fantasy teams, the beers that we've been drinking, check in on our adopted club, and preview the upcoming weekend's action. Should you want to support the show, Mr. Graham, how do you go about doing that?
Patreon.com/DFootball Show. Just sign up to that $1 $5 tier, and you'll get all of our extra content. Sound check, Injury Time, everything Sam's done talked about there. And it's a lot of fun and a bit more about us personally, which is always nice to get to know your podcast hosts.
Excellent. Till next week, everybody.
Guten Nacht.